And welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United 2, Real Madrid 1. The final US Tour game. Jose Mourinho can get himself onto his plane and feel very happy about himself because the US Tour is done and Manchester United are flying home with a positivity and a bit of a win, which is really good, isn't it, at the end of the day? So, how did it go? Game of two halves, ran out of petrol in the second half as per usual, but the positives I want to talk about first of all. Ander Herrera was man of the match for me tonight. I know people want to sort of get on Herrera's back, but he clearly isn't leaving Manchester United. And this is where the positivity comes from for me, because Herrera was very, very good tonight. He was man of the match. He scored a very good goal. I loved that second goal that United scored, by the way. The way that we hit on the break, that Mata knocks it up, Sanchez nods it down, and Herrera scores. Very simple, but very difficult. Very Manchester United, but a long time since we've seen them sort of goals. So really enjoyed that. But yeah, Herrera was man of the match. He broke up the play. He passed the ball forward, comfortable on the ball, and really good in the midfield. And we can moan and be negative and say that yet again, Manchester United cannot play 90 minutes. Yet again, Mourinho is parking the bus in the second half. But you've got to quantify that by saying that I think where Jose's gone wrong on this US tour in general, and I don't know what a lot of you think, is that a lot of teams on the tour will play, like Liverpool, 55 minutes and then bring a whole new other team on. And we've not done that throughout this tour. So Jose can sort of say, well, I don't... in his mind, he's obviously not doing it because he wants to play the kids. He doesn't want to trust the kids. He doesn't want to use the kids. Doesn't want to expose them to playing football. I don't know what his reasoning is. But Real Madrid did it tonight. They were playing their kids in that second half. So why have we not done it? And I think it's caused us a few problems because instead of utilising the 20 players that he's got, so people are playing maybe 45 minutes, an hour, and then that's it. Every 2.5 days, we've pretty much had Sanchez, Herrera, Bailly and a few others playing 80 minutes a game. And that's very dangerous, and that can cause a lot of problems around fatigue in a pre-season when you're already getting a load of other players coming back with fatigue from a World Cup. So we potentially made our squad very, very tired. A lot of people talking about Fred. Marty said Fred was absolutely amazing today. Fred went off after about 70 minutes. He's clearly not match fit. He's clearly only been training for a week. But I like the look of Fred. He's not match sharp. He's a long way off it and he can only get better. But good off both feet, tenacious in the tackle, quick on the ball. I think he's going to be a really good signing. And that brings me back to the positive thing about not only tonight but the US Tour in general, is that we haven't got Pogba, we haven't got Matic and we haven't got Fellaini. And they're three players that Jose Mourinho likes. But what we have got is Andres Herrera, who's been the player of the tournament for me, player of the tour. He's like a new signing, playing in a position many people wouldn't have thought he could play. Ander Herrera looks really, really good. And Fred is a new signing. So we've got 6 midfielders now. And it was last season when we were playing McTominay, Fellaini and Matic, all over 6'2", all slow, all very static. You've now got a midfield tonight of Herrera, Fred and Herrera, who are really dynamic, who are really quick across the ground, who are tenacious, but they're also very good on the ball. Now, I don't think we're going to play that midfield three, but last season, that wasn't an option. Fred we didn't have, Herrera we didn't have, and Herrera wasn't even in favour. We've now got 6 midfielders who all offer very different things. And if we can get Pogba anywhere near what he can play, that's 4 midfielders, because Pogba wasn't himself last year either. So that's 4. Sanchez wasn't himself. That's an attacker as well. So this is the positive things for me for Manchester United, especially that midfield, because the midfield was the problem for us last year. Too many teams cut through us like a hot knife through butter. And we've now got 6 midfield options, 3 of which are something we didn't have last year, which is speed and tenacity and ability on the ball. Obviously, Mourinho's got to use those players because he could still start Fellaini, McTominay and Matic next season, but I don't think he's going to do that. And I think the other thing is as well, the first half against Real Madrid, people were saying, well, why couldn't we play like that against Liverpool? And the difference was McTominay, because McTominay, Pereira and Herrera, although it's only one player, is a world away from Herrera, Fred and Pereira, because as a 3, when you're all quick and you're all similar, you can press together. But for Herrera and Pereira can't press with McTominay because he's too slow and he doesn't read the game quick enough. So he's the weak spot. You can't press if you don't press collectively. And McTominay wasn't able to press with Herrera and Pereira against Liverpool. But tonight, Fred, Herrera and Pereira were all on the same wavelength in that first half, and they all pressed really well. And even in the second half, when everyone was running out of petrol, as Jose would say, we didn't really give up many chances. We defended very well. So Jose will have enjoyed that second half because we won the game from half-time at 2-1. No more goals were scored. And we defended really well. To watch it was tough. But the first half was good. The first half we pressed. The first half we moved the ball about. And I think, you know what, in general, the US Tour, we come away with a win. We got battered by Liverpool. But the results don't matter. Jose's been very negative on this tour, but we come out with a win. It's all about Leicester. You know, Bayern Munich's another opportunity for some people to get a rest. It's also an opportunity for some people to get a few more minutes. But we're working towards Leicester City now. That's what it's all about. And the other thing I wanted to say that was a positive, because there's been a lot of negatives on this tour, so I wanted to focus on some positives. The fans who obviously have been out and supported us in America, and I hope that Jose will come out in his press conference and say something similar. But as a United fan community, I know we do get a lot of people from America watching, so I would say thanks to everyone who's been out and watched the team, because the support all around the world is really important, and you are important, and you should feel valid, because we're not just Manchester United, we're a worldwide club, and every fan is important. And also Alexis Sanchez. I think Alexis Sanchez not playing on the left-hand side with a defined role has looked a lot better. Less mistakes, more focus, and I hope. And then 3-5-2. I'm not convinced we're going to play 3-5-2 against Leicester unless we sign a centre back. But I would like to see us playing a 3-5-2. I'd like to see Sanchez playing further forward with Lukaku. I'd like us to have more dynamic fullbacks, which would mean Alexandro coming into the team. But I don't see that happening. But I'm happy with that. There's a lot of things we can be negative about. I think Jose's not done himself favours talking about Martial and Valencia like he did, but where he has done himself favours, I agree about him being negativity about the transfer window. The transfer window now becomes really important. We've got 8 days left really of this transfer window, and that's what these next 8 days have got to be all about. It's got to be about making new signings and being aggressive in this transfer window, because we do need a couple of signings. I think the great thing about this summer is, inadvertently in some ways, is that we've solved our midfield problem. We thought we needed 2 midfielders. We got Fred. We don't. We've got Pereira. That's fantastic. We need to sort this defence out now. I would still love a left-back. I think it's a massive problem. A left-back would be great. I don't know whether we're going to get one. Centre-back, essential. Right midfielder, if Martial's going to leave, we're going to need it. But all in all, good. I enjoyed it tonight. It was nice to get a win. The positives are definitely people like Andreas Pereira, like a new signing. Alexis Sanchez will be like a new signing. Herrera getting back on form is good. A little bit of Fred's been good. I think Eric Bay's shown himself to Mourinho. He's got to be regular starter. I think Luke Shaw hasn't really grabbed the opportunity. I think even tonight he was just average stroke okay. Hasn't really grasped this opportunity. So Ashley Young will be the first choice left back, which for me isn't a positive. Luke Shaw will be his understudy by the looks of it, but he's not grasped the opportunity, Luke Shaw, at all, and he should have done better. But he's done okay. He'll be the backup left back, but he's not going to be the first choice. And apart from that, we now move into the transfer 8 days and hope to see a bit of positivity with players coming back, like Lingard, like Rashford, like Pogba, like Fellaini, like Lukaku. They come back, they add to the squad. But Pereira's got to be involved next season. He's got to be involved. I would want him starting against Leicester. He's been that good. So, let's see what happens with that. Anyway, I'm going to go and get myself a little bit of sleep. There is no transfer daily at 7 a.m. I must say that, because it's literally only about 3 hours away. So, no 7 a.m. show. All I'll say is I can give you a quick update now. There is no transfer news. Yerry Mina's being reported. There's talk of Rojo going to Everton. That's about it. It's very quiet. So I'm hoping United are going to come back from America. Woodward and Mourinho are going to focus on transfers, and we're going to see some news. Let's wait and see what Jose says in his press conference, which he's about to do now. Thanks everyone for watching. Please do drop a like on the video. It'd be nice to get 500 likes with a couple of thousand people watching. And make sure you subscribe if you're new and get involved with the channel. Got a cracking video going up at around midday tomorrow as well, which is, I think you're going to really enjoy. So keep an eye out for that. And obviously we'll be live if there's any transfer news. Thanks for watching. US Tour, I enjoyed it. I don't think Jose did. But we're working towards Leicester and a few transfers now. Please, please. But Pereira's the positive, and that's what we should take. Pereira is something I've always wanted him to be that. I didn't think he was going to grasp the opportunity that well. He's absolutely nailed it. Brilliant, Andres Herrera. Thanks for watching.